welcome everyone to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football. Mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. And the Utes will kick it away to start us off. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cougars up.
Hey, Brandon. Brandon, can you hear me?
Yo. Yo. Fuck it. Game minutes. No one else to answer. I ain't chose the wrong playbook.
Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. The Utes will kick it off to get us underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So Houston's offense is on the field for the first time today. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and it just, you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes,
make a play here. Make a play here. Don't get tackled. Boom.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Safe completion on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Touch pass on the run. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the 1st drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra
Alright,
point,
defense.
and it's 7-0 to start this.
Fucking go. Step up big.
Kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Utah Utes offense has its first opportunity of the day. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And on 2nd down for this offense.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Still running at the 40.
Alright, now stop the fucking run.
Gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Come on, fucking defense.
With a 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
Jesus.
Good pick up on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got
My team can't tackle right now. Do I have some fucking setting on?
And it's 1st and goal from the 8. And this guy stood in the pocket and he took one right in the
Holy
kisser.
shit, they can't fucking tackle to save their damn life.
Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. He really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
From the gun. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
He wants it all.
Ah!
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. A linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting
Come on, Sal DiVieri.
He's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
1st down, 10 yards to go. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They give it to him again. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. Right down the middle. And the freshman just threw it behind him that time. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Pass interference on
And they
defense.
couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keep it on the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Quarterback checking the play. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
All right, defense, make a fucking play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to...
Let's go!
Snagged by the defense. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up.
That's what I fucking needed from you, defense.
QB's got
Let's get a score here, make this a two-possession game before half.
And try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play,
Yeah,
getting the ball back to its off.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After picking
Get
up
Brooks out the
at
game.
2nd and 8.
I really ain't got no other option.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick.
He'll take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This quarterback's so inaccurate, man.
What happened? He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
The incompletion on first down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's how you blow up the screen pass here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units.
Oh, it's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. It's ugly, but it worked. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Results in a first down.
The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Flips it out in the flat. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. And it's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Less than half minute to play here in the half. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that we needed.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first two quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away.
Oh, you in the party, you ain't talking. You.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Trying to move them on the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some outbreaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you've got to do something to create separation.
That's a fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Finds the tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. And the Cougars are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
They'll go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quick handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing than as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Into the house. Touchdown, Cougar! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Touchdown, Cougars. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. He's going to pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Finds his big tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
On fourth down, going to the air. Fires one high and deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
It's first and 10 for this offense from the 42. They want that clock to run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back. And the line's paying some holes. And he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark. And when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Discards a man.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Here comes the offense on second down. Calls his own number. He has the first and still on his feet. Oh, look out, there he goes. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Cougars have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Corn labrum, wow.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. They'll run it. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a...
Touchdown, Houston! And the beatdown has ensued. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, You know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on
Brandon,
social media this
there.
week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Rodriguez. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
To the air on first down. Grabs behind the line. It's Harris. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On second down, looking again to throw. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Gives it to the back on the draw. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield.